yeah, Nashville got the dub. Sweet. All right. Now all I need is Messi to lose on Sunday and my weekend's complete. What's up, everybody? Team Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I am back, continuing my coverage of my boys of gold, Nashville SC, after our World Cup break. It's been a minute, man. Whew! It's been a minute since I've done a reaction. Feels like even longer since I've talked about my boys of gold, Nashville SC. But yeah, I'm back. I'm feeling great, and we got a dub to talk about. Nashville SC beat Atlanta United 1-0. You know, coming into this match, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest here. I was a tad bit nervous for us. To put what Nashville SC has done so far this season into perspective, here's what we've done so far this season heading into this match. Heading into this match, Nashville SC had only allowed 11 goals, best in the MLS. We had not one, not two, not three, but 4 guys voted to the MLS All-Star match. We were at the top of the Eastern Conference as well as the Supporters Shield standings. And we've gotten 33 points through 14 games. The best start any MLS club has had in the last 25 years. So perhaps with me stating all that, perhaps there were some fans out there that are like, Team Fanatic, so why are you nervous? It's because, as we all know, game rust is real. These guys have not played in about like 3 weeks. It's been a minute here. However, I suppose just a few upsides to this were, you know, guys like Taxeth and Surridge, they were able to just take more time to get healthy, which was great. And for Nashville SC, we also made some history. We signed Bundesliga attacker Elias Saad. I think he's going to be a big addition to our attack. Going to help us score even more goals than what we do now. As for Atlanta, they also made some signings, trying to restructure their backline by signing both Paulo Diaz from River Plate and Junior Alonso, who saw some action in this year's World Cup playing for Paraguay. With that being said, Atlanta, you boys might have to work on restructuring your backline a little bit more. So let's talk about the match. You know, first half, early on, it did seem like Atlanta and their style of playing a false nine, it was working well, to be honest. I mean, they were establishing control at the midfield. They opened central spaces for their runners, and they maintained some possession here, a good amount of it. And for Nashville, facing that initial challenge, I think it was tough for us to find our footing. Now, I don't want to make any kind of excuses or anything like that, but I'm just going to say that it was raining a little bit. The pitch was a little damp, so perhaps our guys, it just took us a while. It took us a while to get acclimated. As the half progressed, I feel like Nashville, we did a much better job of just getting on the ball more. We had some nice crosses later on in the half. Overall, for the first half, Nashville SC had 57% of the possession. We had 3 shots, but only 1 was on target. As for Atlanta, even though they had 43% of the possession, they had 6 shots, 2 were on target. So Atlanta, you know, I'll give them credit. They were making the most out of the opportunities that they had. But again, as the half went on, I think Nashville, we were starting to establish our game more and more. Now, for this second half, you know, I'll be honest, folks, I was trying to think of a way to describe what we saw in this second half. I was just sitting there and I was just trying to think, how can I best describe what we saw in this second half in the simplest way that I can? And then it hit me. I remember going back to my days as a child, man. I remember getting them bag of Cracker Jacks. Y'all remember the Cracker Jacks out there? Gen Zers, we were vibing right now. I remember going to Lowe's or Home Depot, and I remember just grabbing those things as soon as we get to like the checkout, man. And I would love eating them Cracker Jacks because I promise this has to do with soccer. I'd be eating them and eating them and eating them, but then eventually I would get that prize right there in this second half. That's what it felt like a little bit. For Nashville, we were doing some good stuff. But honestly, I think we spent maybe a little bit too much time in our defending end than what I would have liked. And, granted, yes, we did have some opportunities. We did have some nice chances on dead ball situations, but we just weren't able to capitalize. I mean, our guys, they just weren't able to get that all-important first header. So here it was, we're eating. We're trying to find that prize. We're trying to get that goal, and there it is! 79th minute, great ball from Corcoran to Muel, making a run. He sends it to the middle, and then Sheikh Mohammed scores to finally break the tie for Shaq. Good for him, man. This was his first goal that he scored since April 18th, and it was against Atlanta. How about that, Shaq Moore, he's doing it again right here. And, I also want to give credit to Alex Muel because this is something that I really, really love. It's not just the fact that we scored. It's not just how that goal was set up. It was that who set it up. Alex Muel came off of the bench, got subbed in at the 73rd minute, and 6 minutes later, he is making a huge impact. That's what I really want to see more of from our subs. Come off the bench and make an immediate impact. And it wasn't just Muel. I mean, Andy Nahar, he had some nice runs as well. He made Atlanta and their players look so silly, man. It was absolutely awesome. Even with the 10 minutes of stoppage time that Atlanta got. 10 full minutes. They were unable to find the equalizer, and Nashville once again gets the dub. I want to say this as well, because you know what? Looking at this match and everything that happened, I think there was a lot more that was pitted against us than maybe what some realize right here. I mean, breaking it down again, this was our first match in over 3 weeks, almost a month without any team action on the pitch. The field was damp and rainy. I mean, there were a few moments when Hani Mukhtar, my boy, was slipping and sliding. Y'all know that Hani, he never slips ever unless that field is really slippery, like a slip and slide. Oh my goodness. And then you had Atlanta and their players, they kept on flopping. They kept getting those calls every single time that we hit them. Tata Martino was just crashing out on the sideline, which I really don't understand because he's from Argentina. I mean, dude's got plenty to be happy about right now, even if the club that he has sucks right now. But with all that being said, I think it was a challenge for us early on to have established pace. But what I will say is, you know what? This was a challenge that we overcame. Nashville got better as the match went on. We had more of the possession. We started to take more quality shots. And finally, we got the goal to cash it in. For Nashville, we are now unbeaten in 9 straight matches. And this was our 7th win in 8 home matches. We're picking up right where we left off. And as a Nashville SC fan, that's just something that is really awesome to see after this long break due to the World Cup. As for Atlanta, they have now been shut out in a league-leading 7 times this season. Their guys and their players, while they are talented, they just have not been able to score. But I'll give the devil his due, to be honest, because Atlanta and their players, they pressed really hard throughout this match. And Hoyas, their goalkeeper, he did make some nice saves on set pieces and free kicks to keep Atlanta in this match. But I think what just did them in was the fact that they just let us press. They continue to let us have just so many opportunities in the final third. And look, when you're playing Nashville SC, that is a recipe for disaster. The more opportunities that you give us, the more likely that we are to cash those in. And we did that! So for Nashville SC and our players, once again, obviously, big shout out to Sheikh Mohammed for scoring. Brian Schwacke, he had some clutch saves in there as well. Andy Nahar. Andy, my dude right here, man. He really helped us, I feel like, recontrol the pace of this match. We were able to have a lot more possession. Guys were getting their runs in. And a lot of that has to be attributed to Andy, to be honest. Atlanta, they had opportunities their way as well. But Andy, he is so good on the ball, man. He is just so elite, and I love it. And I'm so glad that he is on our team. Alex Moyle, once again, big props to him for making an immediate impact as soon as he got subbed on. Him and Andy did a great job in that area. And Waletsy, gotta give this dude credit, man. I just love Waletsy. I love what he's doing, man. Not in just his defense, but, you know, he just loves, like, firing up the crowd, man. I love seeing that stuff, and it is well-earned. Those cheers are well-earned. Waletsy, he had some great challenges, great stops throughout this match. And you know what? I think Waletsy, honestly, I think he had something to prove here. Because in my opinion, he got absolutely snubbed from the All-Star match. Absolutely snubbed. I challenge anyone out there, if you did not watch this match, go back. You can even watch the highlights if you want, and watch Waletsy work. Watch him work, and come back and tell me with a straight face that that dude does not deserve to be in the All-Star game. But to close again, this was a great team effort right here, and you know, the chemistry that we saw in this match, you know, it's only going to get better. It's only going to keep building as we keep playing more and more matches. And not that we lost it by any means. We just, you know, I feel like we just got to get back into that groove a little bit. And I think we saw that a little bit. Get back into that groove of scoring goals and getting dubs. And we'll have another opportunity to do that against Montreal on Wednesday. So we'll see what happens there. But fans, that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And a hearty salute to all of you as always, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day.